Hey, we're here at the Heat Hotel tonight. We have the Barter Kings here in Havasu for the boat show this weekend. Antonio, let's talk a little bit about your background. How you got started bartering at 8 years old.
Yeah, you know what? I was 8 years old and I actually traded for some marbles. I had some plastic marbles. I traded for some glass marbles. I think now I'm losing my marbles after all the trading. We've done hundreds and hundreds of trades for the show, and I'll tell you what, it's been really great, but really hard.
Okay, what was your best trade and your worst trade?
Well, I'll tell you what, the most memorable trade was when I traded for a horse for my daughter. She absolutely loved it. That was the most heartfelt trade I've ever done. And my worst trade was probably, I traded for some animals, some alpacas one time, and I'll tell you what, to this day I still don't live it down. Steve gives me crap about it all the time.
Okay, now what inspired your show? How'd you guys get started on that?
You know what? Steve actually started, somebody came in and asked us if we wanted to interview for it, and he went and interviewed for it, and they actually loved him. So the next thing you know, we're on TV.
Wow. Okay, so you're the son of a junkyard guy, so was it kind of like a Sanford and Son, let's see what we can get for this and go for that, or?
It was kind of a junkyard wrecking yard where they had car parts and other things, but my dad wheeled and dealed in just about everything.
Okay, so you were trained from an early age on, and now here you are. Now, what did you think of the boat show this weekend? Was it pretty cool?
You know what? The boat show was amazing. The people there were amazing. Had a great time.
Okay. How long has it been since you visited Havasu last time?
You know what? It's been about 20 years since I've been to Lake Havasu, and you know what? I love this place. It's awesome.
It's changed a little bit in 20 years, hasn't it?
Oh, it's definitely changed. I can't believe the people here.
All right. Well, Antonio, we're going to go have a cocktail. Then we're going to get you guys together. And thanks so much for taking time to talk with TV 45.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're back at the Heat with Steve from the Barter Kings. Now we're going to hear some about his background. I want to know how you turned a snake into gold. That's a story that we got to hear.
You had to ask that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to ask.
Okay. I was actually trying to mind my own business.
Oh, okay.
And a gentleman came to the shop and was pretty much done with the snake. So he traded for some simple car stereo stuff that was laying around. I turned that car stereo stuff into a French horn, which I thought was worth $300 to $400. Ends up this French horn is worth about $2,000.
Wow.
So I took this thing out, I traded for some gold bullion, and we made some pretty good money on that deal.
Okay, now what's your saying? Either trade big or go home?
Trade up or shut up.
Trade up or shut up. Okay, and then go home.
Or go home, whatever you want to do.
Now I'm going to ask you the same question. What inspired the show? How long have you been doing the show?
We've been doing the show, June of 2011, so whatever that is. Two years almost.
Ago,
yeah. It's been on the air for about a year now.
Okay.
So, and what inspired the show? I like to take a lot of credit for that, but...
Go ahead.
I inspired the show.
Okay.
Well, anyway, the production company was actually filming a show called Barter Wars.
Okay.
They asked if there's anybody else that would kind of participate, and one of the guys that was shooting for the show recommended us.
Okay.
And unfortunately for them, it turned into Barter Kings, and now the Barter Wars part of the show is gone.
Oh, okay.
So we're now the Barter Kings, and
took over.
And we took over.
Kings took over.
Yeah, and it was a great transition. We had no idea what happened. we were really literally shocked that they said everybody else is gone.
Wow.
But now here we are, and we're happy as hell.
That's an amazing story. Now, I also work at the Quality Inn. So how are they treating you there? Are your rooms nice? Everything okay?
Everything at the Quality Inn was great. It's fantastic.
Great. You have your nice hot breakfast in the morning. Go down and have your hot breakfast.
I'm going to have my hot breakfast.
Okay. Now, what'd you think of the boat show this weekend?
Boat show was fantastic. Everybody there is great. And the thing I like best about just being at the river is the atmosphere. There's songs about being at the river, and it's all true. The people at the river are great. Everybody's happy all the time.
Yes.
And you don't get that anywhere else in the country.
I know, Havasu is paradise, so that's why everyone's happy, because we live in paradise. Now, we did have a lot of wind before you got here, but we made sure that the wind died down before you got here.
I canceled the wind.
Oh, you can't? Oh, because he's a Barter King.
They're called trade winds, and I canceled the trade.
Trade winds, I love it. Okay, we're so glad that you're here in Havasu. Hope you come back and see us again. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
We love Havasu.
Okay, we're going to close the show tonight with the Barter Kings. We got Antonio. Antonio, what else would you like to tell us tonight?
You know what? The boat show was incredible. Lake Havasu is incredible. Everybody's been wonderful, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. And Steve, what are your final words? What are your final barter words for us?
Well, there's only one thing that a Barter King can say, and it's not me. It's, we need a ba-bam from Antonio.
Ba-bam!
Ba-bam, that's the trade signal.
There you go.
Okay, we got it. Thanks so much for coming to Havasu to see us, and we will see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.